It's the Urban Azania podcast, episode 5, take 1. Ha!
Hey, what it is?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, we back at this.
Bro, we're back at this. We're back in Durban.
It's been a couple of minutes.
Been a minute.
Few minutes.
Couple
minutes.
seconds. Yeah. A lot's happened within these few minutes. The weather in Durban's been going.
Over these past 2 weeks, there's a lot that has been happening that we're going to touch on.
Yeah, we'll touch on a few things, but because
excited
we don't want
about
things to be outdated, we'll keep it.
Yeah, we'll keep
and
it
as you
fresh.
Can see, we are outdoors again.
Yeah, we've decided to chill. That we use this because it's a beautiful sunny day, as Mondo was saying.
Yeah, man, it was raining yesterday. This morning we thought it was actually gonna be raining again, but turns out the Lord is good all the time.
Amen. All the time. Lord is good.
And Durban's whether it's as bipolar as its people.
Yeah.
But it's bipolar as people.
I feel like people use that term bipolar a lot lately, like as an excuse for everything these days.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently Justin Bieber's bipolar, Kanye West is bipolar.
Hey man, you're getting into some touchy topics so early here.
Too early, you know?
Slow down.
Too soon.
We're missing the guys, we've been all away and stuff, but
yeah, man, let's get into this all day.
It's the Urban Azania podcast.
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Bro.
We appreciate every single episode. So we make a big deal.
Yeah.
Whether it's episode 1 or episode 100.
Yeah,
we made it.
We made a big deal.
We're out here. We're producing.
Exactly.
The equipment is around.
Beautiful day.
You know?
Just feeling the blissfulness in the air. Just that good energy, guys. You guys good today?
Got our special furry guest there on the couch.
Special furry guest. She's chill. She's always with
chilling,
us.
enjoying the spotlight.
It's your boy Farron, aka Lord Fahrenheit, aka Skinny Cappuccino.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Aka Mr. Floral Pants.
Yeah.
AKA the real Wheezy F, and the F is for forecast.
What?
What happens to Foxtrot Hotel?
It's just the infamous Foxtrot Hotel.
I just want to say that we are not a part of all these AKAs that we just mentioned.
We didn't endorse any of this.
With that being said, it's a guy Manda Mapumulo from Durban, South Africa, aka the one and only guy who's still looking for a six-pack because he's never had a six-pack in his life.
Hey, don't worry, I'm there with you,
and plus, on top of that, we're in the tropical city of Durban and you don't have a six-pack. That's almost like, I don't know, that's an abomination, right? Yeah. But I'm still going to get it, aka Rugged Eyes, aka the one and only Umapumulo Mashimano Zugzela. You're going to get that one. Yeah, man, we're out here.
And as usual, I'm Jamie. What's up?
AKA let's go Farron.
AKA J Smooth with a V. AKA Sensual Yogurt.
AKA Diet Mikasa.
AKA Cookies and Cream with extra cream.
Oh my god.
AKA something about sexy mayonnaise.
AKA sexual mayonnaise.
Oh my god.
AKA mayonnaise music.
AKA let's just stop it right there.
All right, let's get it going, man. On the productions, as usual, we have the one and only.
Yes.
I'm tempted to say Liverpool supporter, but we know it's Chelsea himself.
Chelsea all the way.
Mr. Gifts, the one and only. What's happening, G? You good, Gift?
You good today?
Always
Thanks for having us.
Good.
We were worried he was not going to make it today because he was going to be busy. He was still busy with one of his other shoots.
Hey man,
and he gave us
always on production.
Call.
He's always some sort of production. I normally see him in the evenings. Bro. He comes past my place and he's like tired. I'm like, what's happening? Like, yeah, man, just a busy day shooting. Either we're doing Snakes today or some other production that day.
Hey,
bro.
But yeah, man, it's the Urban Azania podcast. For those of you who are joining us for the first time here, this is what we call the Progressive Man Cave.
Yes,
it's a man cave, but we like to keep it progressive.
Yeah,
exactly.
Give us that big word. What you call it? It's not filled with what? Toxic what?
The toxic masculinity. We try to diffuse it.
We're trying to diffuse it.
Keep open minds,
open
thoughts, open ideas. So off the top, for the first topic we have,
Jamie had something that he
Jamie did have something.
Yeah. So we got some interesting topics today we want to talk about. There's a lot that's been happening over the past couple of weeks. But we know we like to start it off with the whole relationships thing.
All day, every day.
Talking about that's how we kick things off. So I thought today, in light of what's been happening, we won't get into too soon. But relationships in the workplace. What's your take on
relationships in
the workplace?
You've had a relationship in the workplace.
Yeah,
to start off with.
You have.
He's had a relationship in the workplace.
Yeah.
Mish just don't mind most of the things that we say here. Oh, okay.
She's good at it.
Okay, easy.
It's the past. What's
so some of you who do know I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
We're all professional dancers at one stage, but I am a professional dancer, and I had a professional
progressive.
I have a professional. Well, I had a professional dancer girlfriend who used to dance with me. Yeah, we were in same dance companies together.
Yeah. So you were full on.
Yeah.
He was in multiple workplace relationships.
Yeah.
With one person.
Yeah, basically.
Because they dance together in this company, then they do a gig together, then they do a choreo together for something else, then another gig would come up.
Yeah.
And man. I don't know. That's quite interesting. You know that some companies actually have policies that you can't date somebody.
It's actually become quite a big thing. But, it's understandable because...
Why?
Think about it, bro.
We here on professional. If I'm an accountant and I'm doing the books and you are getting your work, what I do with another person is none of your business.
True. But then I think what they worry about is you bringing your relationship into the workplace. So
like your fights
could
and
be
stuff.
married, you have a fight in the morning. There was only enough coffee left for one person, so you made for yourself and you didn't make for your spouse. Now you're fighting. You come to work and she's mad at you the whole day now because you didn't make her coffee, and you're bringing that negativity into the workspace. It's gonna affect your work ethic and your production for that day. So I get it.
I think as adults, people should be professional enough to try not to do that. I think
slip up.
I know, but I think it's really effective. I don't think it's really effective, but I do see how it would take its toll if one was in a position of power, in a higher ranking, above the partner on the other side, because that partner, people would think that if she progresses in the company, it's coming from.
I've once been witness to a situation where these two people come into a company, but in like low positions.
Yeah.
So I need to try. How do I say this where people don't get implicated? So let's say you and your girlfriend come into a company and your contractors to paint. Right? You all come in, there's like 50 contractors, you both come in lowest salary.
Yeah.
But then the girlfriend starts moving up the ladder to such a point where she manages all the painters under this contract. And the guy is still in the same position. How hectic is that, bro?
Yeah.
That needs a whole level of maturity. Imagine. That needs some type of...
So it's factors like this that play into it, So, also, I know something this, you can probably attest to this, is that jealousy can also be a big factor. Because think about it now. You with your significant other, you're working together. You happen to have other female friends, colleagues that you're friendly with. Your significant other could be the jealous type. Is she gonna start now acting up, or vice versa? It could be either way. The female could have other male.
Hey, here's John here, and John is a hunk. Handsome.
Exactly.
He brings coffee for your person there,
and you're like,
what's this?
What's this now?
John, you're opening the gates here.
Hey,
in my relationship.
This is my stock. Not yours.
Okay, I get that, but then my other part of this whole thing is that I'm here to work. My contract is simply saying I provide a service and you remunerate me for the service that I provide in the company.
Yeah.
Where do you come in my personal things? I do see that obviously if it does affect the work, then it does become a problem. Yes. But it shouldn't. So I should be mature enough that if we agree to go into a relationship, I should understand that this is not supposed to affect the work that we are here to do.
Yeah.
So my thing is it fair? Imagine like your family says, we're going to drop a contract to say, since you're part of this family, you are not allowed to date A, B, C, and D. Yeah. That means they're literally infringing in your own personal space and who you are as an individual. Yeah. Should a company have that much power over you?
I don't think that's where I feel. I don't think they should. I do see what they talk about when they say something like someone's in position of power, having relationships like that. But I don't think a company should have a say in someone else's personal life.
I get you.
it's like not only are you telling me I'm only worth this much per month. Now you're going to decide.
Exactly. It's like you're not a no, but this is the thing also. It's like you never know what you could come into a workspace as a single guy or single girl, and you meet someone that could end up being your partner for the rest of your life.
So now you have to quit.
Now you got to, exactly. Now you must quit your job now to be with this person, or now you can't have that relationship because now you both work together.
I was grateful. I was glad.
He's laughing there. He's like, yeah.
It was
This is like, you must do it for this. Okay, my thing is, hey guys, this thing. Okay, my thing is, on my final way is that I think it's not fair to say you are not allowed to. I think what is fair is to put rules into place.
Yeah.
That if something should happen outside and you guys bring it to work, you should get punished for that. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's fair enough.
That's fair enough. I don't think they should get caught doing weird stuff in the office.
Yeah, no, for sure. You want to keep it professional. And also, you don't want to like incite, like you were talking about the whole position of power thing. You don't really want to cause like, office gossip is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like,
speaking of office
gossip, Jamie is the one that starts all the office gossip.
Speaking of office gossip, you're telling me about a story just now about office gossip. He's got the whole, everyone that where he works, got everyone thinking that he's in a relationship with a friend. But that's how quick gossip goes around in the office.
Sometimes you can't even have female friends or male friends as a female, without kind of like inciting the sort of like gossip.
So is this relationship a friend zone, or what type of friendship?
It's a friendship. That's all it is.
It's a friendship.
It's just a friendship.
It's him classifying as a friendship.
Bro, why are you turning red? I can see your cheeks.
Yeah.
That's the thing about being light skin. You see, you're too light. We can see it. Yo, look at his red, bro. Yo. Yo, please color grade.
I'm going to color grade it.
Color grade it out, yeah.
And show that it's
highlight all the warm colors, all the warm tones.
How did you do it in all your multiple one relationship, different workplaces?
Bro, I don't know.
I love how you're throwing the word multiple around with both of us.
Yeah.
Making us sound like real men of the night shit.
Right, bro. I don't know.
It's possible.
I got the patience. It is possible. It's also like, I know when not to bring work stuff.
Oh, you do?
We bring relationships into the work. Yeah, I do.
He knows
why is he looking at me like that?
He knows how to keep it professional.
I try to keep it professional.
No, you try to keep it professional.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. At least you put try,
I try.
So that it's not always, but
you try. Knows things.
One of those things. But you got to also understand, like, because we know that men and women have different, they're grounded in different dynamics where
be careful what you say next, eh? Be careful.
Okay, scientifically proven that men are more rational.
So you're saying women are irrational?
No. You see, this is where it can get offensive very quick, which I'm not trying not to.
Putting words in your mouth.
We're listening.
Women are more grounded in emotional. They respond to things more emotional,
and men are rational.
Men are rational. Not to say that it's anyone's. The moves are killing me over here. I would have to look. I feel like
so. What you are saying is that the men are more rational and women are more emotional.
No,
so when something is happening, they rather be more emotional than rational first.
They get the triggers. The triggers would be the immediate responses. Yeah.
Oh, so you're also in this now? Okay.
It's been scientifically proven.
Women always respond emotionally first.
And this is good tea, yeah?
Right? It's really good tea. I'm loving this.
Let's continue because
it's
what were you saying?
I'm going to stand my ground here. Okay, listen, what I'm trying to say is no attack to anyone.
Yeah.
But
I hope especially somebody is listening.
The triggers are different to a man and a woman.
Oh, okay. So the one trigger is emotional and the other one is rational.
Yeah.
Which scientists prove this?
But then what happens?
Psychologists.
Okay.
What happens with the emotional men? Because you get them.
You get emotional men. I don't know. It just depends on your patience and. As I'm saying, like I can't speak to myself, but it affects people differently in the workplace with different relations. With me, we were able to use
be rational and emotional at the same time,
and know when to use that at the right time. So in the workplace we weren't that.
Here's a
and outside we were, but when we would be able to pick up when someone's taken offense between each other. We'd be able to pick out who's taken offense or who's in the wrong, or we know when we've got an argument when we get home, or
so here's my question: how many times, because of things that have happened in the workplace, were you taking arguments home?
Oh, a lot of times.
See, now that's also another thing that needs to play, because those are certain things that you can avoid by not having a relationship in the workplace, because they can get upset about something you do at work that's got absolutely nothing to do with your relationship, but then it'll come home with you and I'll have to deal with it when you get home.
So but the hard one, what the hard ones, are you saying that if you meet the love of your life, you stand wasami, you're sugar and spice, you're my darling, you must quit work?
Nah, I don't agree with that.
So you rather choose,
but I would say that be prepared for difficult's the wrong word to use, like a challenging relationship.
Once the honeymoon phase is over, and it's just the realness of it, you get to experience it much different. So it's
I think what's probably worse than a relationship in the workplace is a breakup in the workplace. Because I've seen that happen for not me personally, but I've seen it happen. That can get ugly.
I experienced that too. So everyone knows.
Okay.
Everyone knows.
It's a breakup in the workplace.
I suppose if you're an adult, be an adult about it. Know when to pick your fights. Know when to start and end your fights if there are fights. Try not to fight. Be more discuss it more than argue. I feel fights are healthy, but not healthy at the same time. I feel like people use the term fighting is healthy. They take it out of context. So it's like,
I think talking is healthy.
Discussion is healthy.
Not necessarily shouting at each other. Just talking is a lot more healthier. But speaking of relationships in the workplace, there's been some infidelity among certain people in the workplace.
This topic, I mean, I know we're 2 weeks late to this whole thing.
But 2 weeks only to some new stuff.
But there's some new stuff and new things that have been revealed
developments
to the whole Katlego scandal. But then I also want to talk about it in an aspect of opening something up that maybe could be a discussion for not just us, but the viewers that are actually participating in this podcast. So maybe, let's start with this, since we're talking about relationships. So the whole thing unfolds. The wife takes out a phone, makes him confess, posts it up on social media, and then the scandal is out. It's crazy and stuff like that. All right. Now, my view, or maybe something that we can discuss that I'm seeing about this, is that what he did, was it right? No. Getting the other person involved, was it right? No. The wife recording the whole thing, was it right? It's subjective. It's subjective. Some people in today's society, in today's society, it's
I have my qualms with it.
But my thing now is that with this whole video being released, now there's the wife, there's the child, and there's another person's relationship. Take into account, since there's a child involved, this child has to be fed. This child has to go to a good school. There's a certain level of living that this child was having and that they were having as a couple. Taking that this video has been released, it means that this guy is either getting stopped from his endorsements and getting stopped from his workplace. That's a loss of income for their household. That's a loss of income for the child. That's trauma for the child. Now, the child is going to school or whatever the case is. Everybody's talking about, oh, your dad did this and your dad did that and your dad did this and your dad did that.
That's another thing.
So now my thing is, like I'm saying, do I agree with what he did and what happened and whatever? I don't, as a person, type of thing, but we all have our downfalls, and I'm not going to judge him. They always say, before you point at somebody's other's faults, look at the speck in your eye.
Exactly.
You know, all of us have our things.
Preach.
But I totally, personally, do not agree with the video being out because of the loss of income, the child. What if he never finds a job again?
Not just that. You have literally now, because you must understand as well, they could reconcile through this. Mm-hmm. Now you've made it a public affair. So you're kind of killing the possibility of there being any reconciliation through this. It's not unheard of that people go outside their marriage and cheat. It happens. Unfortunately, it's something that happens. So, but by you making it a public affair, you have kind of said, you know what, this is it. I'm done. There's no way I'm going to take you back or whatever, which is cool. That's your prerogative. But at the end of the day, you got to think about the bigger picture. Your kid's got to grow up and see that one day.
Which defends my case about the rational and emotional triggers. Because she acted out of emotion.
This guy is carrying on with this.
She acted out of emotion. She didn't think rationally about what the long-term effects could have happened.
Because
she felt embarrassed. She decided, no, I'm going to embarrass him as well. I'm going to take this publicly, shame him for what he's done.
And the thing is, in the social media age, they are going to scrutinize every single angle of this thing.
It's the wrong generation for this sort of a
thing. You can't do this in this age, bro. You are literally putting yourself under fire by doing that. You're thinking you're exposing him at the end of the day. They're going to turn around and find faults in you as well. Bro. Like, hey, you know, did you not think about your kids? Are you sure you're not the one who gave him the STD? Or there's so many different angles that can go with this thing. But now you haven't thought about it long term. You're like, okay, I'm angry right now. I'm going to react right now. And this is what I'm going to do. I want to hurt him as much as I can.
And I also don't want the viewers to feel like we don't feel like remorse for the wife.
Yeah.
I like I'm saying, that's why I literally started this whole topic with I don't agree with whatever this guy did, especially to her
not at
as
all.
a person and so forth. But I just feel very sort of sad for the after effects. Like I really feel sad for the child. Like if that's the case, rather let's do this in private. But this guy won't have a job. He can't look after his child. If this child is having an Ivy League school and all the money runs out, for example, because of all the endorsements that are taken out, and stuff like that. I mean, that means the child's future is distorted. But another thing, I don't think, you know what, a single divorce that is not public affects people. Like I know what it's like to see parents split. I know what it's like to see stuff like that. It's not public, it's not on social media. Even when you're older, that thing will hurt you. Whether you like it or not. How much worse for a child, and it's public on television, and it's being discussed by the entire world. Tell me that child's life is not ruined for the rest of his life.
Completely, bro. Like he'll
and you must
to go to school like this for like the next few years with parents and everyone knowing that his parents are the ones who did
we're
this.
not even going to talk about the other lady and her implications with their relationship. Again, is it okay that they did that and she's married?
Why?
No. But now you've just, I don't know, rather do it in private so that if they want to reconcile with her husband and work out things, they can do that.
I've got a bone to pick with the companies that have so-called suspended him or cut him from his shows or whatever he's been on. My thing is, no publicity is bad publicity. I'm not saying what he did is right, but he was only going to gain more traction for your network. You take it as a positive, but no, you want to suspend him for what? For you to feel like, for them to feel like they were mightier than thou and they were doing the right. They did the wrong thing doing that. No one. I like to bring realism to everything. No one was watching his shows. No, not to say that he was the problem. Society has moved towards more digital stuff. No one was watching the network. People were invested in the ads that he was in. But now he switched. But my thing is, it's like, use it as good publicity. People are going to take that traction and take whatever he's done and be more into what
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
This thing is bad, but it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
There's a way in which obviously they can just work through things. Like humans are not perfect and stuff like that. Unfortunately, what I did notice with endorsements and stuff like this is that they do put in your contract, especially if your name is really associated with the brand, that should something like this happen, it is in your contract that it's distorting our brand, because it's like, it's just a partnership that we are literally taking who we are and we're taking, because at the end of the day, it's what we always say, a brand is reputation. We've just made it something very like famous and whatnot. A brand boils down to reputation, it boils down to your word. And I do understand the contract part of things, that if you are distorting your words, you're not distorting our brand. But what you're saying is also true. It's not the end of the world.
At the same time,
statements, there can be stuff that can be said. It can be worked through.
But at the same time, it's like, I feel I do feel brands have their rights in doing so and having their standards.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we kind of taking a step back or playing slow to the way society is growing or the direction society is moving in.
Yeah.
It's not always having this kind of like white gown image that you carry.
Yeah, true.
It's we are so desensitized in this world that we'd find that boring nowadays, as opposed to having something that's a little more like, for instance, this use it to your advantage is not the end of the world. It's something that was wrong, but it's like you could work from it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Are we glass half full or we glass half empty people? Let's be glass half full people.
Hey, bro, the social media age, I think when it came up, they always say nobody knew what the negative parts of it were going to be. And unfortunately, we are now slowly experiencing the greats of it, which is what we're doing now and continue creating. And the very much opposites of it and what we are doing. Yeah. You know, just like, you know, some people, I know the elections in the US is happening right now.
Yeah.
And like, you know, people like Eric Trump are sharing some things through the internet also that are quite crazy. Well, what happened?
You know, before we even get into that, because I'm not even 100% sure. I know Farron dug into this, but my whole qualm with this, and yes, I'm using the word qualm, is
hashtag Qualm Gang.
Qualm Gang. What is qualm?
Let's not start.
He's got the qualms.
He's got the qualms. My whole problem with this election is why does it feel like the whole world needs to come to a standstill because America is now electing a new president? Because honestly, that's what it feels like. It feels like everything else is just being brushed to the side, and now we need to concentrate on now America choosing a new president.
Does America control the direction of the rest of the world? I know they're first world countries, but like...
It's the propaganda, bro.
Like,
it's the propaganda. And also maybe it's because whatever that decisions that president makes, they actually do have a chance to screw up the whole world.
Oh, for sure. That's true,
Maybe that's just the reality. That's why the focus is...
My thing is... I'm not a Trump supporter, but has Trump done such a bad job? Because there has been so many statistics that are proving that people actually voting for him are people of color, people of other country, other races, basically countries.
I think maybe it's because, like you say, what does Joe Biden represent?
Yeah, what does that represent?
Let's explain. You said in America there's two things, right?
Yeah.
We're going to come back to South African stuff, but let's just explore this for the sake of
Democrats and the Republics.
There's Democrats and Republicans.
I think there's the liberals as well, but they are like...
Yeah. Okay, if you're a Democrat...
They're like the redheads. No one...
You and far apart.
If you're a Democrat, what do you represent? What do you stand for?
Democrats, from what I know, are the more like pro, like choice for like. Okay, when I say pro-choice is like a freedom for me to do what I want to do. Okay. So that's where the whole like. We're talking about the whole sexuality with transgenderism.
They're all for that.
I think they're pro-abortion. Gay marriage, I think, as well. Like it's
pro-choice, pro-rights.
Yeah, it's kind of like pro-rights. Like
pro-freedom.
As an individual, I have my own rights. I can do what I feel like I want to do. And then I think the Republicans are more the grounded, where they have
bring God back into America.
Yeah, when I say godly standards, I'm using that term very loosely because obviously there's
everyone has it. Yeah,
but for for explaining and just for
so it's more of the grounded situation. So they are anti-abortion. They are. It's more of they see for the people and not just the individual.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
To come back, Trump is Republican.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is Democrat.
Yeah.
So what does Joe Biden stand for? We know Trump. I don't think he's as bad as people point him out to be.
I honestly don't think so. I mean,
his choice of words are always the worst.
The dude, at the end of the day, he's not a politician.
Yeah.
He's a businessman. Okay. He got thrown into this mix. He's not a politician. He hasn't grown up in politics. He hasn't studied all this. The man's a businessman, right? Okay. He knows about making that paper. But from what he's done, and the thing is, this is why he actually had some sort of positivity on America, is because that's exactly what he did. He got that well-oiled machine working again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, because that's what he knows how to do. He knows how to get businesses going. So he started getting more jobs for the people. He started opening up more opportunity. He started seeing more for the people.
So he basically, without looking at his speech and everything, you know what? I'm just going to come out here and I'm going to make sure all of you people have jobs back.
Exactly.
So, but he looked out for his people. That's the bottom line.
So wouldn't you want that from a president?
Okay, what does Joe Biden stand for?
As opposed to a person who's trying to create a power, like segregation between people.
What are some of the laws that he's trying to list? Give me an example.
Like the whole busing thing. Like we spoke, and I won't get too much into it because I don't want to misquote things. And it is American stuff, by the way. We don't know. We don't dig too deep into this kind of stuff.
Just that everyone has been on this topic.
But you know, like he's been more behind. How can I put this? To me personally, things that are gonna make the richer richer and the poor poorer.
Okay.
There's going to be implements of more segregation, more division between the people. And I think, me personally, I think the non-white community of America is going to feel it the most, him being president, as opposed to Trump. Trump's had his qualms with China.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been outspoken about the whole coronavirus thing. But the reason he was so outspoken about it is because he was looking out for the Americans.
I'll get you.
So... I mean, wouldn't we want that? Like, wouldn't we want Ramaphosa opposite to turn and say, hey, bruh, I'm not worried about them.
Yeah,
let's worry about our own peeps, you know? Let's get them on. Let's put them on, you know?
That one is also a conversation.
But that's the thing. He's always had his own ways of doing things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people have focused more on is the way he addresses situations
rather than
as opposed to what he's actually doing, you know, behind closed doors.
So what did Eric Trump do?
Eric Trump. He had
a moment of brilliance.
There was a map showing the states of where Corona has struck America. A map of the states. Eric Trump thought that was the map showing that where everyone has basically voted for Trump or voted for the Republicans.
So he posted out a Corona map to say
a Corona map
that's the
because it was red, and obviously the Republicans are the red team on the right, and then the Democrats are the blue.
Don't say that. Maybe he knew. Maybe it was a marketing strategy to get people talking about it.
It could be.
Like Fred was saying, no publicity is bad publicity is still publicity at the end of the day,
never know. It's crazy. This world, hey guys, a lot of things are happening. Even out here in South Africa, we have a couple of sabotages. Yeah. Most of them actually aren't mainstream, which is weird enough, but the government is really trying to screw us over. The first one is the whole TV license thing. Apparently, they want to put a TV license for Netflix.
Bro, so people... This is how you know it's a thing. People are against it. Like people have been talking about it. That's why we're talking about it today.
Yeah, so I know this one is out there.
This one's out there. People are, bro, so again, people think it's the most idiotic thing that, SABC have decided that, SA Broadcasting Committee has decided that everything with a monitor, basically, with the screen. Oh, someone's calling me. Oh, everything with a screen, needs to have a TV license, needs to be licensed by it's a broadcasting committee. So you need to pay your TV license for your phones, pay your TV license for your laptops, any sort of screen monitor that you watch something from.
What are the foundations of a TV license? Are the foundations of a TV license based on we are paying a TV license for watching the South African broadcasting for SABC? Is that what the TV license is for?
Pretty much, yeah.
So then why are we paying if we're not using your service as SABC?
I think it's like, like when spoiled kids want to cry for something because they weren't winning or something. It's basically they're not winning in media no more. Social media is
the government watching this. Make us understand a TV license isn't it for SABC and the whole board and us watching that to make sure that it's running and it's functional? Understandable. It's fair. When I buy a TV and you renew the TV license annually, we do that, guys. We do that. So now, why do I first have to buy a TV, pay a monthly installment for Netflix, and still pay you? Because you're not giving Netflix the content, and we must still pay. Please make us understand.
And still pay for the phones because we watch off our phones, and still pay for our laptops because we watch off our laptops.
No, man. It's not enough that we have like the most expensive internet in the entire world. Why now must we be paying to watch stuff? Use our cell phones at the end of the day.
Get us 4.5G, not 5G, because apparently, there's some conspiracies. Get us 4.5G. Get our fiber running at a high capacity. Then talk about, okay, this is what we've done for you. Now you can.
Because honestly, I think in itself, it's like in a desperate attempt to try and get some sort of money.
They're just trying to get money
because they see
that's what we see, guys.
Services like obviously like Netflix and YouTube and all these platforms that are skyrocketing, and yet they're falling back because people are drifting more towards online streaming than they are actual TV.
My thing is,
and it would help before you get into it that you would stop repeating. What is that movie? Anaconda.
Bro, we tired. We know what happens to Jennifer Lopez and John Voight at the end, bro.
Serafina.
Yeah, Serafina, bro.
Like,
all right, guys. On the same topic, this thing now gets more in depth. I see the TV license one, but one, I feel this is what it's now becoming to. If you look at our neighboring brothers and sisters in Nigeria, in Congo, where all of these horrible things are being done to them, but their own people, but they can't take it out because they'll shut down the internet because they don't have freedom of speech.
Yeah.
If we are not, okay, if you are watching this and you're from the government, for me, it feels like that's what you're trying to do. It feels like you are trying to control what we do and what we post up.
Yeah.
Because either you don't agree with it or you just want money from us or you just want to, get the masses. So this is what we have. This is an article. I see that one. This is the one I'm talking about. Most people don't know about. There's something called the Film and Publications Board.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
This is going to be a statement from a long article. This says, Hall is a lawyer who specializes in South African digital entertainment law. He explained that even though the amended FPB Act and draft regulations have definitions for non-commercial online distribution, this definition is never used. This means that even if you make no money from what you post online, the law technically requires you to register with the FPB and get your content classified before you post it. This is what this means. It means that even right now as we're chilling, if I take my phone and I record a 15-second video, I am not allowed to post it up, even if we're not going to make money from it. Whether it's you and your family, you and your boys, until you take that same video, you take it and you post it up to the FPB, the Film and Publications Board. They approve the video to say you can now post up what you are doing. And chances are you're going to pay for posting up us chilling here.
Yo.
So that's the law. We don't know about that. Most South Africans don't know about that. That's what the Film and Publications Board is trying to approve, that you are not allowed to post up anything unless it's only pictures. As long as it's 2 frames or even a GIF. You can't even, a GIF or a GIF, you can't even post up a GIF without sending it to them. They must approve it, then you can post it up.
They are smoking trees.
Now, are you trying to say that you are taking out a freedom of speech and you're taking out what we are doing either for fun or as content creators to say that now you want to monetize that for yourself and for your own selfish benefit?
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Then they need to do something on their end. They have to do something on their end.
Let me tell you something. I don't even want them to do something. That is just not allowed. There's no country that does that. That is ridiculous. You telling me that if I want to take out a video of me walking down the street, before I take it out, I must first get permission from you. I'm a prisoner. Let's be frank and let's be honest about this. I'm a prisoner in my own country with my own equipment that I paid for. I'm a prisoner. I can't post up what I want to do. This is no different than violating my privacy. This is no difference than you violating my freedom.
It's
So Film and Publication Board, make us understand what you're saying. Are you trying to say that we are now prisoners to the internet?
It only makes me believe that the FPB and the SABC have now somehow backdoor spoken. I'm saying they must have spoken about it backdoor for them to have something that correlates to the SABC.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The broadcasting.
How sick! This is sick.
That's ridiculous.
This is sick. You are saying
ridiculous.
That I have no freedom now in my own country. First of all, there's no jobs. Second of all, in the same SCBC, even if you pay our TV license, all the people that are graduating from videography, all the people that are graduating as choreographers, all the people that are graduating with music and whatnot, you are now saying that we already don't have jobs. We're trying to create content and we're trying to make a means to an end. What you are doing. Now you are saying we must further give you the freedom to do all of this and now we must pay for what we must post up. This is sick.
And then what's going to happen if it's content now that you say, for instance, you do start making money off? Are they going to want a percentage of that cash? Because now
they're not telling us.
My thing is, where does intellectual property and
that goes right out the window.
You don't own it. That means
you don't own
right out the window.
They literally own. They will own everything.
Bro, you are smoking the finest of trees, my friend.
Please get off the drugs.
Get off those drugs you're smoking. My word,
guys. If you're a content creator, please make sure. I think there's petitions that are going around because this thing is so private.
Yeah.
This whole government thing. This whole government thing of doing things in private before elections, and they make sure that they get all of these laws that are currently being passed right now.
Yeah, true.
While people don't know about it, when the next president or the next government or the next political party goes in and they find all of these screw ups, and now we're going to
give this thing toy for this.
Hey, bro. You need to give Julius a call.
We need whoever, but really, guys, they should. I think there's a petition. I'm also going to.
My thing when it comes to the phones, right? Let SABC talk to Vodacom and MTN, all these cellular networks, and let them see if they would agree with them applying some sort of extra fee on their contracts, because they're going to lose people, buyers for new phones and contracts.
It's a whole ripple effect.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole ripple effect. It's like people won't be watching stuff online anymore.
People aren't going to pay it.
You won't be posting up because I don't have money to post up a video. So now the only thing I'm going to post up is if it's content that's recorded sort of like this, where there's somebody who's a director, there's people. Now we're going to have a budget. Imagine before we record a podcast, besides all the logistical fees, we're like, all right, guys, to post up our podcast is going to be an extra this much. Are we recording this week? And like, hey, my budget was used up on thing. We're not recording this week.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
So my thing, apparently,
would YouTube even agree to this?
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to be the bridge now.
So
YouTube
have to get paid. YouTube have to pay us.
So we have to. But still, I would.
All our DSPs
I would never agree to that because you'd be freely giving up your content as ownership to the South African government.
Bro,
everything that you post up there.
Apparently, I don't know if it's a good or bad. It's kind of funny, but I see where they're coming from. SABC is apparently opening up their own sort of DSP, like their own sort of streaming platform, where they would be putting up.
And the first movie they're uploading, Anaconda.
So Generation, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. With the
hey, shout out to Danica Jones, bruh. She's on Generation.
Hey, that's our homegirl Danica. Remember Danica from?
Oh yeah, Danica. Hey, Dances is doing things.
Doing things.
Hey, man, there's a lot of things happening around the world and in South Africa, and we need, I don't know who's watching this, but we need content creators to sign petitions. If you're a lawyer, guys, this doesn't just affect people that create content. It will also affect you, because if you own a business and you want to create an advert, that means that you can't create that advert without it going through them first. So if there's lawyers, people who are influential and people who can put their heads together to fight these systems that are happening behind the scenes, because we're just all going to wake up one day and because we're not saying anything, it's going to be a law.
It's going to be a law.
Person and say, nah, but you didn't say anything.
Look at the families, like just the families that also are struggling families out there. People are just, they're barely making it to, they have to remember to pay their TV license, or they get some sort of fine for the TV license. Now they have to pay for 3 other outlets of their TV license, a screen, a laptop, whatever in their household. They have to pay extra TV license fees. That's like almost 1,000 rand per home, or even more. You know what I mean?
Hey man,
it doesn't make sense.
This thing is crazy, man. On other news, which is positive, very positive, but some are saying it's negative to some extent. Mr. Price has opened up the first container retail store in a location.
Bro, I feel like the idea is a vibe, but I just need to know where the direction is heading and what do they try to imply.
I mean, their direction is simple. It's simply saying that instead of leaving the location to go do shopping all for clothes, we can just, do it go here in the sections, go buy your clothes, and you're done.
On some urban on some hipster vibes, like I feel it's a vibe. Like if you're taking a walk down Maboneng precinct, if you're in Johannesburg, or if you're up in Florida Road, there's some container vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's there. It's quick. It's very hipster. It's very like.
It's happening.
Progressive is happening. It's a vibe.
I think it's a dope idea.
I do think so.
It's dope. It's dope. The negativity, I must say, it's not coming from me, but it's people just talking about it out there. Thank God that what's the word? Mr. Price is a South African company.
Yeah.
But the concern is that because sometimes, it's not an excuse or whatever the case is, but let me just say it for what it is. Sometimes people in the locations aren't as empowered to have the financial backing to open up these things for themselves. People with bigger economies and even people from outside the country are now, they already own the South African economy, but now they're even going into the township economy and they're taking over that. And soon enough, the general South African from the location or whatever the case is won't have an economy to participate in because the big economy is already taken and the economy is in the location is already taken. So that's the catch-22 that people are now concerned about.
Would it not make more sense than to like employ locally? Because I know some companies do that. So if they like opening up a branch, say for instance in Greenpoints in Joburg or whatever, like even Greenpoints, I don't know. Say for instance they're opening up one in Durban CBD. Would it not make more sense for you to hire someone from that area to work in that area as opposed to hiring somebody that lives all the way in Beliso to come work in CBD?
I think that does obviously make sense. It does, and it does empower the people, and it does speak to that. But for the South African context, how much of that can you do without the government actually funding the people from the area to own it? Because we don't own anything. It's just a matter of, you come, you put the people, they work. If they shut down and they go, those people are hungry. They don't have their own things. It's gone. So that's what it means when it says participating in the economy. Participating in the economy simply means that you own stuff. At this point, the general South African doesn't own the land. They don't own the retail. They don't own the JSE stocks. Do we even own the government?
If that general South African can find the 500 billion he deserves.
That's the thing. The money is there. The money is there to empower people to do that. It's like I'm saying, is it saying that Mr. Price is not doing a great thing? It is. And like I'm saying, thank God Mr. Price is a South African company. But the bigger picture of it is that why aren't people being empowered? And I'm not saying give out money for free. I'm not asking for, I'm not talking, or the people are not talking about handouts or just the money must just go recklessly. It's about there are people, but there's people from the locations who have qualifications. People that went to university. People are smart now. People know how to handle things. It's just the opportunity for them to get those programs to say, okay, maybe we're not going to give you 100 million out of the blue, but let's start first the incubation. If you now can handle this, let's open up a small plant for you guys, all you people that are qualified. If that's working, let's go through maybe a seeding process where now we can give you 100 million to open up this big plant, hire the people, and then it owns you. People from the community own it.
I wonder if Mr. Price will not go in like the direction of maybe franchising out.
That's what I was just about to say.
Because then, I mean,
that's a dope idea.
For something like that, the startup cost won't be that extreme as opposed to going
and it
allows
a whole
shop front.
That's a dope idea.
It allows people to like independently own those stores, and they don't have to be, obviously they'd have to pay whatever fees or whatever to Mr. Price, but I mean they would own that store.
I think that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That's a dope idea.
Say that it's I think that would work. Obviously you have to, because everyone would want to do that afterwards.
Exactly.
But like, have a certain amount per location or per area,
control
it somewhere, way, and have people working from indigenous to that area.
If you think about it, Mr. Price is one of the most cost-effective brands in South Africa.
And they've been doing some dope collaborations.
They make dope clothes.
I don't know if you've seen. They actually take local designers.
Exactly.
I think they're running one now where they'll pick the best and they'll actually take whatever designs they have, they put them in the stores. They're already doing so many dope things. So I'm not saying these comments to bash Mr. Price. That's why I say thank God that it's a local company.
A local company,
and thank God that they're doing so many things. But it just brings the other perspectives of everything that's been happening and stuff like that. But on other international news, Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, the man is back.
Jared Leto is the pretty boy that was on Requiem for a Dream.
You can hear Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
He's the Joker.
He was the Joker in Justice League and Suicide Squad.
The face of Gucci, 2017, 2018 catalog.
He's the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars. 30 Seconds to Mars. But he's also an actor as well.
He's an amazing actor. Don't get me wrong. He's an amazing actor.
So now, obviously, with Zack Snyder doing completing his version now of the Justice League, finally, apparently now they've brought him back. They've brought, I think, Ben Affleck and a few others to do some extra shooting for additional scenes for this new cut that they're going to be releasing
of Justice League.
But
guys, if we have to speak about the Justice League that came out,
was trash.
Because it wasn't directed by the right person, which was supposed to be Zack Snyder first.
The problem is you can't make a person shoot half of a movie
and then just go
kick them out, bring someone else, and say complete the same movie. It's not going to come out the same way they intended.
I think they had something good coming up,
and then it just
died. That's one. Two. Why do movies do this? I'm not saying he's a bad actor, Jared, but why do we have a Joker movie and someone else who's gonna act? I understand the whole whatever franchising, whatever the case is. But the Joker movie and the person who acts on the actual Justice League is somewhat different. Because now the Joker movie was dope.
Yeah.
Okay,
but why is it a different person?
People can fight me out, bro. People can fight me on this. I'm ready for everyone.
Throw hands.
Dude, this is how I feel, and I always feel this way. The Joker was an amazing movie. The dude did not play Joker. Everyone must stop that.
That was not the
propaganda
Joker.
to just highlight Joaquin Phoenix as an actor.
Yes.
He did not play a good Joker. He played an amazing Arthur Fleck. He only played 5 minutes of the Joker at the end. Well said, right?
That's the thing. Even with that, he was not the actual Joker.
Like,
yes, the movie might have been set within the DC universe, within the whole timeline of Bruce Wayne's, and they still mentioned Bruce Wayne in the story and everything like that.
The time
that was not the Joker.
But my thing is, then why do it? Because now you're confusing everybody.
Yeah.
But this is what DC does. Unfortunately, and I've had this debate with so many people.
Why do it then?
I love DC. Like I out of all comic book, obviously, brands, I've always been a DC person. Marvel has mastered the art of making movies,
of storytelling,
and keeping a consecutive timeline.
They know how to.
DC has not mastered that yet.
Yeah,
and it's gonna take them a long time to do it. Now I know that they're trying to combine different timelines and generations of actors now with the Flash movie, where they supposedly bringing back Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck and putting them all into one movie and having different generations of the Flash. I get what they're trying to do with that. But the problem is you keep restarting franchises.
See, my thing is this. Sorry, I just want to. My thing, if you watch all the DC animated movies, I feel like they're trying to create a real time version of that, because out of all those movies, they
animated movies are on point.
The animated movies are the best animated movies.
If you watch the DC animated movies, they are on point.
They don't know how to hold the demographic. I think that's the main thing, because Marvel knows how to hold the demographic when it comes to the visual representation of how the movie looks.
What happened with Marvel is that they had a long-term plan. So Marvel knew Avengers Endgame back in 2000 and what. They just didn't have the technology. They just said, these are all the movies we want to create. This is how long we're going to take. And I feel like you're saying, they're just trying to squeeze in a lot of things
into one
thing. They're trying to follow the animated movies.
If they want to succeed, they have to say, okay, we want to give you guys a 10-year plan of us launching all of these characters and movies properly.
See, so what happened? So for instance, I said with the animated movies. So if you watch all the animated movies, right? They condense everything, but obviously you can't do something with CGI and all that. It takes long, right? And to tell a full story real time, it takes a long time compared to an animated movie. So the Justice League, that movie was just one part of 3 parts of the actual animated movie. Whereas you'd see not Apocalypse, what's his name? Darkseid. Darkseid, the main character. That's like the Thanos of the DC. Okay. So the full movie ends up with him being the main thing. They had this guy with some Jewish name. It sounded like a Jewish name. that guy, what's his name?
I can't remember.
The villain sounded like a Jewish name. I'm sorry. That villain. It just has some Jewish vibe. Stein something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. No,
Amistine or something like that.
Yeah.
Tell me it doesn't sound Jewish. Sorry. So anyway.
That's racist.
Sorry. That's not Jewish. But
we don't endorse this.
My thing is, right, just to go, they fell short because now they're taking one short story and they've tried to expand it.
But what they're doing now, that's actually they're making up for that, is they're turning the Justice League into a mini series and not the movie. So that this Zack Snyder cut is not going to be a movie. It's going to be a 4-part mini series. So it's going to have 4 different
episodes. Which I'm down to watch.
Which is good. And this is why they're bringing these actors back for reshoots.
I watched Titans and I felt it was better than watching one of their recent
Titans series.
Yeah.
That was dope.
That's what I'm trying to say. I watched that and I'm like,
dope.
okay, now that makes sense. That's
Exactly.
like all of this other stuff we were doing in the movies.
But now, just to bring it back, I think people are on the fence about Jared Leto, basically.
The thing is, to be honest with you, oops.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Nice one, Jamie.
To me, honestly speaking, character-wise and visually, Jared Leto was probably the most aesthetically pleasing Joker.
Yeah.
He had the characteristics down. The only problem I think and why people judge him on it, they didn't give him enough time to show what he actually did in the movie. Because apparently there was enough footage of him between Justice League and Suicide Squad for him to have his own movie. He was supposed to have a standalone
and then you'd
movie
be able to see
as a Joker, and then they
here's my thing.
went the other way with Joaquin.
You can't jump. Like, I get why people were confused about his Joker, but at the same time, don't put him in the same ethos as what Heath Ledger was.
No.
So, for instance, my thing was put him in the same ethos as what's his name, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
those are the same sort of animated characters.
Definitely. Yeah.
Heath Ledger and Arthur Fleck, Joaquin Phoenix, put them in the same sort of real time.
They were the more like
grunge,
how do you put it? Yeah, the
real
more anarchist version of Joker. Whereas Jared Leto and Jack Nicholson were the more comic book accurate type Jokers.
And so people went from the Heath Ledger as being the most amazing Joker, and now when you have someone like Jared Leto playing a very animated version of it, they're like, oh, this is the worst.
But they forget that Jack Nicholson used to walk around with a long nose gun that used to have a flag.
That shit bang.
Yeah.
And I think Jared Leto played a really great Joker.
I think he
give him some time. If you see past the vision and see what he tried to do, I think he's.
So I'm hoping what they do now with these reshoots and
really
adding the extra footage into these miniseries that they're doing now, that they're actually going to give him time to showcase what he actually can be as a Joker.
And I'm
they didn't give him
to
enough time. They didn't give him credit.
You know what? Let them do it, man. Me and DC Comics, when it comes to movies, they just always have to.
You're a Marvel guy.
They just always have to redeem themselves.
Yeah,
they're doing better with some of the other stuff.
Yeah,
but they just always have to redeem themselves. All right. On other news, I know we've been chilling. We even a little bit of social distancing, but we don't have masks, and it seems like this dude is gone. Like, if I look at the past week in Durban, there have been posters of clubs.
Yeah.
Like, it's
events
packed. Like, events are happening. Yeah. Like, things are back to normal, guys. Like, what's your view? Like, is Corona gone?
Bro, I don't, like, where's the flu? Like, has anyone had the flu and been like, yo, COVID? Like,
I honestly feel people just really got over this COVID thing. The president said, we must just look after ourselves. Like, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but this past weekend is when I really felt that like the country was open.
Because
for
sure.
End of the month, end of the month, paydays, pay weekend,
events,
people.
The people are going.
If you look at stories,
bro.
People were going back. Yeah. Like I was out last week Saturday, and I happened to.
So you were out?
No, not that kind of out. I was at a wedding. But on my way, none at all, bro.
Okay.
So. On my way home, I happened to take a drive past Florida Road.
You happened to just take a drive past Florida Road?
I live down the road. So, bruh, that place was buzzing, bruh.
Serious,
bro.
And this is the funny thing is, I don't want to expose myself here, but it was close to curfew time. Because we still have the curfew from 12 to 4.
Yeah.
Wait, there is a curfew?
There's a curfew, dog.
So who's ever went past Florida Road at 1 o'clock? Because you live there, so you were walking past. Okay, I get you.
Why were you out at 1 o'clock?
Hey, my life.
Buy some water.
Yeah, of course, at the garage.
Okay. So are places closed without mentioning names?
Hell no. That place was buzzing, bruh.
I feel like
no masks, nothing.
I feel like even the cops gave up because they're like, how are you going to control millions of South Africans?
Can't,
dude.
Can't. I think people are just given up on this COVID idea. They're
honestly, and the funny thing is now, obviously the UK has gone into their second lockdown.
Yeah. There are people that are it's great.
So it's a real thing. So now everyone was like, second wave. And we still had that the one dude that was saying, oh no, if we don't watch out, there's going to be a second hard lockdown. And Ramaphosa, obviously, he was like, forget that.
Yeah.
My question is, I don't think that they'll do it now because obviously December is fast approaching.
Yeah.
And that is the time of the year where the country in itself makes a lot of money.
So the economy is going to...
So it's kind of silly to put the country under lockdown.
Now.
And I might be exposing us here. But it might be silly to put the country under lockdown during this time of the year.
Yeah. So you just say...
Maybe.
Who knows?
So what?
My thing is that we're approaching summer. We're in spring now. We're approaching summer. The heat is there. We've got lots of heat. We've got the sun out. I think that's an advantage for us.
Okay,
It's been said that the virus won't really thrive in the heat.
I'm saying, and it's been hot.
Europe's in winter.
Europe's in winter.
They're in winter at the moment, and that's why they're getting hit so hard.
Which got tied into why back in
because that's when we start going into the more colder months.
If we get to March
and they come into summer,
and we haven't controlled about March, if we haven't controlled about March, we're going to have a problem from March onwards.
So can we just go to New Year's and be like, let's just forget it. It's the new year. If COVID is not here anymore.
Hey, Baba. COVID doesn't understand old year and new year.
Bro.
COVID understands.
Be there with us, celebrating. I had a good year. I'm done. I retire.
Are we saying that because of the heat, like, Durban, guys?
Just the climate and stuff.
Durban, during, you see now it's November. I was up this morning, I think by 5:30. The sun is out.
Yo, bruh.
It's real.
And it's not even it's just out. It's out.
Oh, it's out. So is it safe to say that our chances in South Africa or sub-Saharan Africa are slimmer due to the amount of heat that we're going to have in summer?
I think so.
The season. Due to the season.
I think so.
I think so.
But I do think you're going to get a lot of people panicking because also within spring, and especially here in KwaZulu-Natal, like our weather can change 4 times in one day.
Yeah,
it can be extreme winter in the morning. By 11 o'clock, it's like,
hey, bro,
the middle of the desert.
In the morning, I prep my clothes.
You can't prep, right? It's difficult. So, and the thing is, with the whole change, like the drastic change in climate, people do tend to get sick during those times because of the fluctuation between hot and cold. And I know some people, I know myself, like about a week ago, there was a couple, like 2 mornings in a row where I woke up and I felt like I was getting the flu. And immediately I started panicking because I'm like, hey, is this it? Is it my time?
Flu doesn't exist in 2020 though.
That's the thing. But like by the 3rd day I was fine. So I didn't panic too much after that.
I think what would help in terms of controlling, I don't think it will help, but I think it would assist the statistics.
Yeah.
That for this festive time, Joburg people need to stay in Johannesburg, Cape Town, stay in Cape Town.
Yes.
Let us really get a hold of our statistics
from that tourism,
bruh.
Our tourism needs to make money. They must come.
Tourism must wait.
That's what I think. You must give, guys. You must give. Puff, puff, puff.
I think it'll be like, I'm just saying, it's like, we'll have a less rate of people saying, "Oh, we've got it from this state," and people came down. We got it from this
podcast. I want people to not like you. First was the girls irrational. Now you're telling people they must stay.
I don't say the girls are irrational.
Joburg or Gauteng is where it's the hub of where the majority of the cases are.
5G and everything. We don't need that.
Was it in Western Cape?
No, now it's Gauteng, bro.
Have you found yourself low key wanting lockdown to come back?
No.
Low key. Okay.
I don't. You know what's gonna happen, bro. You know what's gonna happen, and I'm sure you guys can attest.
The financial.
They're gonna come here. They're gonna come to the beach, and they're gonna think, no, by swimming in the ocean, it's gonna wash Corona away. It don't work.
Don't work, bro. You're just gonna give.
You know the holiday makers, bro. What they do, they come down to the beach, they flag the beaches, bro. Because why? They think no swimming in the sea, it's gonna wash off all the bad luck from the year before. We're gonna go into the new year.
I'm easy. We got the beach like right here. I could walk down right here, so I got my own beach. So I'm happy for people to come through.
Look at this guy.
I'm happy for people to come through.
Over here. I got my own.
Johannesburg, Cape Town, everyone can come through.
He's a hater and he's saying don't come down.
I'm not a hater.
I'm inviting you. Wars that we will share.
Except we'll share
share. We are immune. But on a more serious note, guys.
But you do get my statistic, like people control it.
I don't get
a better idea.
Don't try and
go flex somewhere else.
All I'm saying is, guys, please, Corona's still alive, and I know that all of us, even during myself, we've all just tapered back a bit. Just please, just keep it safe. Be aware.
Safe.
In the club, when you are doing your pepe, don't share it.
Please. No.
Don't share the Hubley pipes. Don't share the
Hubley pipes.
The Zols.
Just keep it
the vapes.
But yeah, man. Guys, it's here.
And obey the curfew, please.
Just by the way, just before we finish this off, Max Hurrell has made a new track.
I saw that last night, bro.
What's the guy that's been
Demi?
Demi, the new track with Demi, Max Hurrell, and what's his name?
The Kiffness.
The Kiffness.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a new track out. Go check it out,
bro.
It's a vibe.
It's
I
a
like
vibe.
it. It's a vibe.
Okay,
so check it out. That's
but
something new
I'll
and
be
fun.
honest, it's embarrassing. Who you guys talking about?
The guy that
When
made that
people
song, When People Saw,
they put
Max Hurrell.
Yeah.
He made a new track now. No, you don't know who Demi is, bruh.
Hey guys, I told you that
times
I'm
never
last. Only tough people last. Oh, yeah, that dude.
He's got his own song now.
Put some fire there.
I'm back. I know. Okay, I'm back.
It's something there. Some fire there. That guy.
Oh, guys, I always tell you guys this. Hey, me and celebrity names. Just show me a picture, tell me a movie title, tell me the lead actor starring.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
That one.
Hey. Shout out Demi. Give us some motivational quotes to hit us up. Bro. Give us a little video.
Tough times.
Yeah. Demi. So hit us up. Gift us saying somebody got engaged. We know who got engaged. Somebody got engaged.
Yeah, somebody's about to be a married man.
When there's an engagement happening, the person who's doing the proposing, are they engaged, or is the person who got the ring engaged?
You're both engaged.
You both
It's an entanglement. It's an entanglement of engagement.
And then because social media now, they have to see it, so that's your engagement. So you know,
they're engaging on your engagement.
Their engagement. So they're all.
Everybody's engaged.
They come around full circle.
Engaging. It's a full circle. So shout out to the man, Mr. Mwanda.
Mr. Shout out, man. Congrats.
He liked it, so he put a ring on it, you know?
Yeah,
man, that's what's up.
That's dope.
So even
You see, gift comes out in special moments.
Special occasions.
Special occasions. So, man, congrats, bro. We're happy.
Man. All the messages, all the posts. I was overwhelmed. I'll tell you the truth. I'm literally still replying to people on WhatsApp today saying thank you for sending me wishes.
This is what happens when you're a celebrity.
Wednesday was my birthday, and on Saturday was the engagement. So my social media was flooded and my WhatsApp was flooded. And on top of that, I had like a lot of work.
I like the setup to the engagement, to the proposal.
Yeah?
I like the setup to the proposal because the photos was a surprise to her, right?
There was a surprise to her. I had to be smart.
I liked it.
So
She thought, what did she think of the photo shoot she's doing?
It's like I hid the engagement in the truth.
Oh yeah.
So she knew literally everything that was happening, but not knowing that it was going to be an engagement. She's smart. So I literally, because now I have to make sure she looks nice. Because she's she's like that. So I had to hide the truth in.
Nice. It's a smooth one.
So yeah, man, I'm starting a new business. It's called Surprise Engagements.
Nice.
So if you need help with a master plan of getting the engagement right, hit your boy up. But yeah, man, it's been great, man. Thank you so much for positive.
Thanks, man.
We'll be expecting the wedding invites, you know.
Man, all day, every day. Halloween wedding, like
bro.
So
we apologize for the time because it might be a longer podcast, but we just wanted to catch up with everyone.
We're making up for
we've been
time.
busy with so much stuff, and we just wanted to give you the best quality podcast again. We've had some fun. So
shout out to all the subscribers, everyone that's been
just
sharing the stuff. Bro, we appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, please engage and comment with us.
I've been posting my link on my personal Instagram.
Gift is like, because I said please engage.
Please engage.
Engage with us.
Engage with us. So we're going to be having more progressive man cave talks in the future with an engaged
man. Yeah,
you guys are
a progressive engaged perspective.
And maybe if you're lucky, he's gonna bring in the future Mrs. Mapumulo.
Yeah,
to come
who knows?
Shed some light.
Maybe one of you guys
female perspective
might just be engaged on the podcast. They think they're coming through to an episode. Next thing you know,
bruh.
That's the idea.
Maybe you never know. You never
know. There was a video that he posted up the other day. You guys did a surprise engagement, but you performed for it. But when I didn't watch the video, I just saw surprise engagements, and I saw Farron tagged in it. I'm like, hey, the man got engaged, bruh. I was like, what's going on? Bruh. But then I watched the video and I saw he was performing in it. So I was like, oh, okay, makes sense.
I won't lie, doing these flash mobs, when you do flash mobs when it comes to engagement, people like to go, there are people that go all out for proposals.
Oh, but it's good, bro.
And they make a whole thing of it, but like you do this whole big flash mob with dances and everything, and the one thing once you're done and he's gotten on his knee proposing, it's like, please let us say yes. We didn't go through all of this for you to say no.
You see that,
bro, can you imagine?
I've seen one of those videos where I think it's like a mall and stuff.
Yeah.
And like everybody stopped.
Bro.
And the girl was like, no, and slapped him.
Hey.
And now he's left alone with the music and everyone.
And everyone's looking.
The saddest thing, bro.
And you know that they've recorded everything.
What do you do after that?
Crazy. What do you do?
And and I know we're gonna close on this topic, but my question is, if you propose to your girlfriend and she says no, are you all still technically together or do you break up?
This just in on the next episode.
To be continued.
Nice cliffhanger. Nice one.
Yeah, man, thank you so much, guys. It's your boy Man Mapumulo, aka Rugged Eyes on the Urban Azania show. And we also have
your boy Jamie. Just Jamie.
AKA
none.
Something with a J. Yo, it's your boy Farron, aka Lord Fahrenheit, aka the Floral Pants Man, aka the infamous Foxtrot Hotel, aka Skinny Cappuccino.
Oh my goodness, the whole
AKA.
And yeah, man, behind the scenes all the time, you already know we will always have the one and only
Mr. Gift.
Gift and Kosi.
Yeah.
Nice. I like the shot.
My fellow Chelsea supporter.
He always shows up on special occasions.
Special occasions,
at the end of the episode.
AKA the Chelsea supporter.
AKA the Chelsea supporter.
But he wears
Liverpool.
red. AKA
he has an entanglement with Liverpool.
Yeah, he has an entanglement. AKA Mr. Entanglements with Liverpool.
Yeah, that's what we're talking.
Liverpool entanglements. Hashtag Liverpool entanglements. Anyway, it's been a dope episode from the hashtag White Mug Boys.
With the mugs, I need to use the loo, man. Get up. I'm drinking so much of coffee and water.
That's it. Would Mika, aka Mika, been on this? She's tight. She's cute.
Look at that.
Her, man.
AKA
she's
Edna.
literally been supporting all our episodes.
She has. She loves it.
She's our number one fan. Actually,
number one fan.
She's a part of the.
She's gotten a new haircut, so I say she looks like Edna from The Incredibles. Don't you guys?
She got that chic French cut.
She got that French cut going on.
Yeah.
Gotta love
Looking
it.
all snazzy.
Looking all cute.
Hey man, it's been good. I need to use the loo, man.
Yeah, it's been good. Cheers, guys. Peace.